What if I told you that a single photo, one that you think is perfect for your business, could be the reason that you're not ranking? We learned this the hard way after a story about a skunk photo. Yes, a skunk photo that made this business rank worse on Google.
Seriously?
Fast forward to today, and the lessons we've learned about how stock photos impact your SEO could change how you approach the images on your site forever. Stick around because we're diving into what Google actually wants to see in the photos on your website, and why choosing between stock photo and real photo is not as simple as you think it is.
So we had this client that was a lawn care business, and they had a page on their website that got a ton of traffic. So naturally, when I'm looking at optimizing this page, I noticed that they had this really tiny pixelated photo of a lawn. And I wanted a better photo. And so obviously, you go to the business owner, you ask them to give you a photo, but me, I have been known to be a tad bit impatient. So I was thinking, I could just go find a stock photo that is way better quality than this current tiny pixelated one. I'll swap it out and see if their rankings improve. So the article was all about what happens to your lawns when skunks and raccoons are digging it up and how that's super annoying for the average homeowner. So I went and found this image, which was a stock photo of a skunk, and put that on the page instead. When we did that, the business actually dropped in ranking. They went from the second position that they had to the third position, which is a big deal on Google. The click-through rate difference between position 2 and position 3 is pretty big. Then I started digging into why this was not the expected outcome. And it became really clear to me that Google wanted a very specific type of photo. They particularly wanted a photo that showed this problem of animals digging holes in your yard. So I ended up going back to the business owner, asking him for a much larger photo. He gave me one, and we updated the page. The result was they actually took over the #1 position. So my original assumption that the small photo was bad was correct. But the thing is, I needed a photo that actually represented the thing that Google was looking for. That resulted in their ranking actually going up. Years later, this page is still holding the ranking strong. So yes, using a stock photo can impact SEO and how you rank on Google, but it's a little more complicated than I originally thought.
Okay, what if I told you I don't believe you, Joy? How so? Tell me.
Oh, man.
So while Google wants you to have a photo that is similar to the ones that are already there, which I explained via the skunk story, if you have one that's like exactly the same, that's bad. So they really don't want you to have one that's completely identical.
So interesting then. How would this work with SEO and stock photos? Because stock photos are widely used. I would imagine more stock photos are being used these days than they ever have before. How does this all work?
So I was doing a study on images, taking a really deep look at, which ones rank and why. And I noticed we had this client who was a dentist, and they were getting a lot of image traffic from Google for a particular page that was about Invisalign. And then all of a sudden that traffic just completely tanked. So they went from getting tons of clicks to nothing at all. So when I investigated, what I found was that the image that they were using on their website on this particular page was identical to images that their competitors were using because they were all using the same stock photo. And basically what happened was when they stopped ranking, one of their competitors started ranking instead. Again, both sites were using the exact same stock photo. And this is basically kind of like the filter that we see on Google search results all the time. Google does not want an exact copy of the same image over and over and over any more than they want the exact same content pasted onto 5 different websites.
So Joy, I think using filter was a really good word there. It's like the longer we do SEO, the more we start to see these filters showing up in different places. And I think this is just another really good example of that. I also think it's really important. Let's quickly clarify how you actually see the image traffic when you're in Google Search Console. It's very simple, right? You go in and you set a search type filter for image, and what you will see now is only data that is coming from that specific part of the search results. Like you literally have to click on the image part within the search results. Now it almost acts as like a different search engine to some degree, and that data is what flows into Search Console when you have this filter set.
Naturally, I wanted to test this theory that I had and see if I could replicate it again. So we had a client that had a whole ton of stock photos on their website. And I was like, let's see what happens if we get rid of these stock photos and replace them with real ones. Ideally, that would, maximize their exposure because they wouldn't be impacted at all by this filter. So in the search results, you can see that there is the same stock photo used twice. Once it's there, and then the second time it's a little more zoomed in. And so I wanted to know, hey, if we get rid of this stock photo and replace it with something else, would it perform better? We swapped it out with an image that the client had provided us, but it was a slightly different image. It wasn't actually of a garage door opener. So kind of like the skunk story, it wasn't exactly what Google was looking for. When we removed the stock photo and replaced it with a real photo, one of their competitors who was using that exact same stock photo actually took their place. So now they're ranking, this business is not. Then when we added the stock photo back to their site, the reverse happened. They started ranking again. Competitor is completely gone.
Images should be unique and relevant. And to figure out what relevant means, go look. Go see what Google is looking for. And avoid using overused stock photos unless you want to see a decline in traffic. What's your experience with images and SEO? Let us know in the comments.
We have found consistently that using stock photos is risky. But it's important to note that it's not the fact that it's a stock photo that's the problem. It's the fact that Google already has a copy of that image somewhere else. Google doesn't want 500 copies of the same thing. I'll leave you with one last example. This is a search on Google for my name. Now, I use the same headshot on about 20, 30, 40 different websites. I don't know. Anywhere I publish or places where I've spoken or podcasts I've been on, they use the exact same image of me. It happens to be like the current one that I've done this year. However, when you search on Google, you do not get that same image over and over and over again. You get one copy of it, then you get copies of other images of other headshots that I have used throughout the years. This is a perfect example of how the image filter works. So again, if you have the single source and you're the first one to do it, and maybe you have the most links, you might be the winner. But if you're not, you're likely to be found nowhere at all.